extremely random photo outing. This is how most mornings go for me. Since becoming a parent, my life has changed a lot. Family has become a top priority, and most days start with being a dad, spending time with my son while his mom works or catches up on sleep. But once or twice a week, I have a chance to wake up early and immediately focus on my creativity and the other things that I find fulfilling. Today is one of those days. Big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Good morning, y'all. So welcome to a day in my life as a photographer, dad, creative entrepreneur. I guess those are my three main titles at this point. It is about 5:45. We woke up at 5:15 today, and we're about to go out and do some morning street photography. This incredible light behind me, that is what we're trying to take advantage of today. We are about to head up there, which is the Atlanta Beltline. Super busy in the morning, a lot of people out exercising. We're going to use the X Pro 3 with the 18mm f2 today, see what street photos we can come up with, and most importantly, take advantage of this amazing, hazy, humid summer morning light. So to start the day, the main photo I was trying to capture is this image of this street. I wanted someone crossing the street with the sun coming up. Took forever for something to happen in that scene, so while I was waiting, grabbed a few photos of these locks on these fences. They look cool, they're nothing special, the colors are solid because the lighting was really great, but I ended up waiting around a really long time for something to happen in this scene, and nothing ever really did. Ended up settling on this image of someone on a bike coming through. It's okay, not my favorite, so I moved on, found this composition. This is definitely the best street photo on the day. Love the person sitting, all the lead lines, as well as the colors. This is a cool scene near Ponce City Market that I photographed a million times, but the lighting and colors were so good. Moved on down the Beltline. Love the layers on this shot. Kind of chaotic with someone coming through on the bike. This image is really mid right here, but I liked this light on the ground and tried to do a shutter drag. Didn't really work. Ended up moving to a high vantage point to take advantage of all the layers that are in this area. So we have the Beltline, the city, all the buildings. That shot's cool. I like the layers on this one as well with the bike coming in the shot. So far, my prediction has been spot on. Most of the good photos so far, or the ones that I think are good, have been utilizing this morning light. One great thing about this location is the fact that it's really hilly, so we can get vantage points utilizing this sun even as it's coming up and it's a little bit higher in the sky. Quick stop at the always classic Chrome Yellow coffee shop. One of my favorite things about summer in Atlanta is all these summer flowers blooming. It's for a very short time of the year, so I always try to get out and make photos of it. Stopped on the way into Chrome Yellow and made one photo that might be my favorite on the day, even though it's not a street photo. Just the vibes on it are immaculate. When Alec gets back in town, I definitely want to get out with him so I can get some photos of me using these flowers as a backdrop, but today the fit is not appropriate for that. Good start to the day. Photos complete. Went on a walk with the fam. We're at 11,000 steps on the day. The goal is always 10,000 steps every day, but I did some research. The reason it was so hazy this morning was because the wildfires in Canada have brought smoke down to Atlanta. I had no idea this was a thing, but it kind of made me shift my motivation for the day. You see, I planned on only getting out in the morning, but now that we have some very rare, interesting conditions, I kind of want to get out again tonight. And Alec texted me and he's back in town. So I think that needs to happen. So this is the part of my day that is much less interesting. I spend a lot of time at the computer editing, working on everything from this morning, as well as new photos to add into a potential relaunch of my last book. So last week I had a phone call with a book printing company here in the United States, and they approached me to reprint my last book, Stops Along the Way. They want to help me do a re-release and essentially bring my vision for this book to life and turn it into a book that would basically be the quality of any photo book that you would buy at a bookstore, but there is a lot of business to take care of on our end, so fingers crossed that that works out. Now, even though this project is not official yet, I want to make sure I'm prepared if it does come to fruition. That's why I'm going through so many old photos. I'm making sure anything that I've made since this book came out can be added into the re-release, and I'm also making sure to get out and shoot more, so if there's any good photos out there in the world that I can make, they can be put into this re-release as well. Now, before I get out for this second shoot of the day, I want to finish these edits and thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. This life I live as a photographer would not be possible without Squarespace and evanramp.com. Squarespace allows me to host my online store where I can sell presets and prints, and it's where I'll be selling this potential re-release of my book as well. If you're looking to grow a photography business, Squarespace's easy-to-use drag-and-drop templates are the best way to connect with your clients and your audience without having any web design experience. That's the main reason I decided to host my website on Squarespace years ago before they were a sponsor on this channel. Along with your website, Squarespace has a variety of other tools to help you accelerate your business. They have email marketing tools, they allow you to build a custom link in bio, and you can integrate scheduling tools so clients can book you directly. In the description, I've linked multiple tutorials that I've made about how to use Squarespace, so follow one of those, build yourself a trial site at squarespace.com/EvanRamp, and when you're ready to sign up, use code EvanRamp to save 10%. That's squarespace.com/EvanRamp to start a free trial and use code EvanRamp to save 10% when you're ready to sign up. So initially I thought this video would kind of wrap up around here. I would go running, go work out, and then I'd eat dinner with the fam, chill, maybe work a little more, and then go to bed. But because today is a kind of rare circumstance given the weather conditions, I'm gonna meet up with Alec. He thinks that he has some cars that we can make photos of, which would be really cool. Me and him have talked about collaborating on a car video already, so this could be the opportunity to do that. I'm gonna bring two lenses with me. I'm gonna bring a 35 f1.2 with a polarizer and a 16 to 35 with a polarizer. This is really the first time I've ever done like a real automotive shoot, so interested to see how it's gonna go. So to start this shoot, we have two cars. Now, one of these is a really special 911. I'll talk about it in a second. The two gentlemen who own these cars, I'm gonna put their ads on the screen, but started out with the basic car corner shot. So I had the owner of the car move the car. That's a pretty cool image of them right there. I kind of wish I had Alec get on camera and give an explanation of what the significance of these cars is, but did another kind of back end shot of that one. I thought that was where the focus was. Tried one more thing, didn't work, so I moved on to this other vehicle. Love the city backdrop here. So the graphics on this car represent the owner, who is actually in a wheelchair. So their username is driving impaired because they are able to spec out this Porsche to work for them, and it's a really cool story, a really cool wrap on the car, and y'all know I love colors, so I wanted to try to capture some of the environment colors with the car, which is why I composed this shot right here to incorporate the city as well as those yellow poles. I like the first one better because that satellite gets messy. Now right here we were actually moving the cars around, so I moved up the steps and wanted to get more of a wide open vantage point and take advantage of the city and use some of the environmental things to create framing. That's why I used the wall on the left side here. And on this photo, what I did was utilize the, I guess, like bars that are next to the steps to create some lead lines at the bottom, frame the car in the middle as it was moving, and I absolutely love the way this came out. It has a very documentary type feel to it. Now, we moved the car more to the middle of this scene because I wanted to have a more wide open shot. I ended up using 35 the entire time for this shoot because that's a lens that I'm just very comfortable with, and I didn't want to mess around too much with different lenses considering this was the first time I was doing this. Wanted to capture some of the cool details on this car real quick, so I grabbed one of this mirror, has this cool kind of like pattern wrap on there. There's also a wrap on, I believe this is called like the wing of the car, might be wrong about that, but you can see this cool like wheelchair type logo thing to coincide with the whole theme of the wrap on this car. And I wanted to get one last one at a low aperture utilizing the city in the backdrop, and this is what I came up with, a very solid shot. I love the depth of field on this. Not bad for my first car shoot. Let me know how I did in the comments. Extremely random photo outing. Shout out to Alec for setting that up. We eventually want to do a video together. That was like a good test to kind of figure out the logistics of how a video like that would work. I actually was surprised at how difficult it was to work with cars. Like, you really got to move the thing around, but we're up here. We're actually maybe getting a thumbnail picture, and then I got to dip home because I have parental obligations. So there we go, y'all. That was a pretty standard day in my life when I have creative freedom. Today I was back to my normal routine of dad life in the morning, and now I'm in the office editing everything that we did yesterday, including the video. So real quick, let's rank these out of 5. We did do 2 shoots in one day. And as an added bonus, off camera, Alec did get a photo of me in front of the flowers like I wanted. That's why I changed outfits. So the day was really creative. Like, it was an overall win. So many good photos. But as far as the street shoot goes, can't say that fast. But as far as that went, it was kind of a weird day. Not the greatest day, but the conditions were pretty unique. And I felt like some of the photos were things that I wouldn't be able to normally get because of that smog and haze in the air. But the photo of the person in the high visibility vest with that Pont City Market location, that was definitely the winner on the day. Like I mentioned in the voiceover, I've made photos there so many times with the standard straight down the line shot, but it was cool to utilize that scene in a different way, have all the lead lines, the person in the high visibility vest matching the color palette of the scene. Just everything worked on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank that one a 3.7 out of 5. A solid shot. Could find its way maybe into a book, but definitely into like an online photo set or something. But the real treat of the day was this car shoot. Shout out to Alec for putting this together. I want to do more of this in the future. This is a lot of fun for me. That shoot I don't have a favorite from, but overall I'm gonna rank that a 4.2 out of 5. It went great. Love the atmosphere of the smoke in the sky. I kind of wish we were there a little bit later, but the sky never lit up, so it worked out that we were there early and had all that good light to work with. I don't think I can even pick one that's my favorite. I love all of them. I'm eventually going to post all of them to my Instagram at Evan Ramf, so head over there when the final images are up. You can check them out, zoom in on them after I retouch them and everything like that. One quick note, the edits on these photos were done using my presets. A formula you can use to replicate the look, especially of the colorful 911 photos, is preset 7, basic adjustment 3, color boost 2, and color 6. The reason I do my presets like this is so if you follow these videos, I can tell you a formulaic breakdown of how I make edits rather than just saying I slapped a one-size-fits-all preset on the photos, because we all know that is absolute cap. So I'm gonna get out of here, enjoy the rest of my day. Hope y'all enjoy yours as well.